All right, and the winner of the Good Guys 2026 Meguiar's West Coast de Elegance.
Hey everybody, it's Steven with Good Guys, and we're excited. It's the 25th Meguiar's Del Mar Nationals. But aside from that, it's the first top 12 award of the season, the West Coast de Elegance competition. We've got big winners here. You know what these two cars just won. There's a field of cars down there, fresh debuts for this season, high-end cars. It's for anything 1965 and older, street rods, hot rods, Volkswagens, customs, custom rods, you name it. It's in the competition this year, and we can't wait to see who's going to win it this year.
Doug from Squeegees Customs, top 5 finalists for West Coast de Elegance with a beautiful Roadster. What do we got over here?
32 Ford Roadster. We won America's Most Beautiful Roadster with it this year at Grand National, and now we're touring the country with it, different Good Guys shows and events, and having a great time with it now.
Tell me, let's go into this thing. Like, let's start with the exterior. Tell me about the body, the paint. What do we got going on?
What we wanted to do is build something that would have been pretty popular from 62 to 65-ish in the hot rod world. That was common for them to leave the hoods off and have scallops and bright colors. So we stayed along those lines. We used a nailhead, a Buick nailhead engine, and chrome plated everything. Just tried to keep it all early traditional.
I love the white interior. I love the blue. I love the white accents on the side. Who came up with the paint?
I actually did. So Nicole, she had an idea what she wanted. We originally were working on a lavender color, and her husband says, I'm not going to drive it. So I came up with the blue color, different shades, sprayed a bunch of panels, and she liked this one the best. So what I did with the dark accent color on the engine, I just took the toners that I made the blue pearl with, and basically intensified it without pearl to create that color of the engine and the pinstripe.
It's incredible paint. Like
Thank you.
It gets my attention right off the bat. The white walls are a huge part of it. Phenomenal work. Tell me about the body lines. Like, you guys got raised. Well, what do you?
Well, that's factory body lines, and what I thought we'd do is, it was popular back then to enhance stuff like that and do different striping and scallop work. So I just started laying it out to what I thought looked best, and it actually worked really well. In fact, the frame and grill shell, all those lines line up together. Underneath the car, the under the car is white with blue panels, and they're all in between all the cross members. I mean, it was a lot of work putting it together, taking it apart several times to as you know, we do the paint procedure to get things lined up. So there's tons of hours in doing that.
Got any idea how many hours you guys got into this thing?
I haven't looked. No, it's quite a few.
How long was it?
2 years.
2 year build process?
Yeah.
I mean, it's an incredible car, and we're happy to have you guys here. Congratulations on the West Coast Elegance nomination.
Thank you.
Thanks, Doug.
Casey Juarez and Deluxe Hot Rods.
You just told me you guys spent how many years working on this?
So we started it in 2012, and then we really made a push around probably 2017.
Okay. What are we looking at? I mean, it's a Studebaker. What year?
So it's a 51 Studebaker champion, and basically the story is the customer had one when he was in high school, and he thought it was the ugliest car he's ever seen, and he wanted to make it look cool. So
I mean, you guys have done a phenomenal job with it. It looks like a ton of fab on the outside. Can you tell me about what you guys have done to the body?
Yeah, so the whole quarter panel is from scratch. The stock quarter panels were bolt on. So this one we've widened the back of the car, I think 6 inches total, and then stretched the quarter panel to go down to the rocker, added the Oldsmobile taillights. The whole door is built from scratch. The lower half of the door is built from scratch. Front fender, we lengthened to go all the way to the door. There used to be a seam all the way down. It had a weird vent thing. All custom glass. It's all tempered glass.
Flush mounted, which is unbelievable.
Yep.
Incredible work on that.
The back glass was 4 pieces, so we made it 3. We've made it taller to match the door glass, and then we also brought it forward to make this B-pillar look a little smaller. The whole roof center section comes off.
Yeah, I see. You look at it, and there's just a piece of metal up there, so that's a removable roof.
Yes, and then we have lights in there that it's all on like little magnetic contacts and springs and deals.
Yeah. Tell me about the interior. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, so the interior is all one-off. Again, we built all the door panels and headliner, everything's out of carbon fiber. And then we had Gabe's do the leather work.
Chassis, motor, wheels.
We built the chassis.
Custom built chassis by you guys.
Yeah. QA1 coilovers, all modified QA1 carbon drive shaft, 4L80 transmission, LS3, that's board and stroke.
Got some power in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, get up and go.
3D printed 180 header on this car. The whole header was 3D printed.
We saw the 3D printed heads. Those are incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, who came up with that idea?
It was kind of all of us at the shop. We just,
Okay.
let's try it.
Right.
So that's
Awesome.
what we did. Sweet.
Congratulations on your nominations
Thanks.
to the West Coast Elegance, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're here with JF Customs, guy that's known for doing donuts here at Del Mar. We're not doing donuts this year. What do we got this year?
Call them cunning stunts.
You almost hit me. You almost hit me. I'm just gonna put it out there. You almost hit me.
True story.
But listen, you do whatever for content, right? Top 5 West Coast Elegance finalists. What kind of ride is this?
How
Yes.
awesome is that?
Rad.
Thank you very much for including us, because for us, it's an absolute honor to be part of this amazing, amazing group of cars. We got a 37 Ford Roadster, a car that's been modified on every panel. The front fenders have been dropped right down to the ground. Running boards are one off. The rear of the car has been shortened, only like under an inch.
Okay.
But it's just enough to kind of give the back end a kind of a better finish rather than being sort of long.
So long, a little bit more bubble.
Yeah, we're off the tail dragger on this one and just sort of pushed it forward a little bit. Runs an LS3 with a 5-speed, Curtis Speed wheels. Lee Baxter did the interior and did a wicked, wicked job of that.
It's an incredible interior. I mean, looking at it right here, you know, the suicide doors, the panels, the wood panels, the tan interior. It's gorgeous. It's elegant. It's amazing.
So Cory Kozlowski is the owner, and he brought me a car that in his vision was going to be the car of his dreams,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And first thing I thought was like, street rodding is dead. What can we do with this car to sort of bring it into this century, if you will? The thing with street rodding is the cars were always sort of elegant. They were smooth.
Yep.
You know, they had that Boyd look. So we didn't try to change any of that. We really embraced the Boyd look. But what we did differently than he would have done in the day is we put a color on it that I think is for the time.
Yes.
We put a set of billet wheels that are really for our times, and then offset the outside green color with a color on the inside that's very apropos and very rich looking. Something you'd find maybe in a supercar of our era. Right?
Yeah, it's a gorgeous paint.
That's kind of where the thinking sort of grew into this amazing car that proves that street rodding maybe isn't dead.
It ain't dead.
Right?
Not when we got guys like you coming down from Canada. It is fully full in store. Like it's gangster.
It's
It is
super gangster.
so awesome. Just the lines, the bodies. That's what I noticed first and foremost is the front end of it, and just like you said, how you guys have combined street rodding with it, but on a new touch, and just how sharp those fender lines are. And
We're really hoping that we inspire another generation of.
Please do.
Let's go get some of those old street rods. Let's revamp them a little bit and give them a whole new life.
Listen, we need it. The industry needs it. The next generation. Hot rods are cool. Street rods are cool. Classic cars are the.
Yes, and mini trucks are even coming back in a way that I'm so excited about.
How about that?
That
huh?
was awesome.
That was awesome.
That made my weekend.
Good. We're glad to have you, man. Congratulations.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
We
you.
really appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
All right.
We're here with Buddy Hale from Type 1 Restorations, man. What do we got behind us?
1955 Carmaghia.
I mean, incredible build.
Thank you.
From front to back, inside,
you.
outside. There's nothing that you guys didn't create on this car.
Right, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much everything you're looking at. I mean, besides some of the body panels that we didn't touch, but yeah, all the molding, the bumpers, the wheels, yeah, the handles, everything has been machined, fabricated.
I heard that you guys had custom-made bolts for this thing.
Oh yeah.
You guys machined your own bolts.
Every single nut and bolt, yeah.
That's nuts.
Down to
how
the
many?
brake bleeders. I don't know.
You don't know how many bolts? You don't know how many are there? That's insane, man.
No, probably 2 or 3,000 maybe. I don't know.
That's
yeah.
so crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
But it's unbelievable. Let's start diving into this thing.
Okay.
Tell me about Let's go interior first. What do we got going on the inside?
Well, the interior, you know, we did a lot of the metalwork on the interior, the dash and the back panels, and then we hauled it out to Nebraska for Tracy Weaver. He did an outstanding job on it. The interior, I have to give all the credit to Tracy Weaver because I just dropped it off and said, call me when it's done. I don't want any photos. Don't call me, don't bother me. And that's pretty much his design, and he kind of took what we had and ran with it.
Gotcha. Okay, now motor.
The motor is a 2.4 liter, almost a 2.5 liter. Pretty much everything on that as well is custom made, one off.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What kind of horsepower is it pushing?
About 304.
In a little tiny car. What's the car weigh? Like
2,500 pounds. Yeah.
That's insane.
2,600.
Outside, you guys paint. What's the name of the paint? Anything specific about it? Where'd you find it? How'd you come up with it?
Yeah, we just it's all custom mix, and then the it's Glazerite, base coat, clear coat. So it just something we just started playing with.
Custom paint.
Yeah, total custom colors. Yeah.
So nobody.
The only person that knows this code is Goldsby.
Yeah.
Jonathan Goldsby, so he helped us out with that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Legendary painter.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Great concept to go with him. Don't go in the comments asking for the paint code. They're not going to give it out. Let's get that make sure very clear. You guys are known for V-dubs.
Yes.
How did you get into it?
I just fell in love with them like in the 3rd grade. It was just something that I was on recess one day and I seen a car getting built across the street, and every day on recess I would just stare at that car getting built, and I was hooked. Yeah.
That's what got you hooked into hot rods.
That's what got me hooked on that, and then I wanted to build them to a hot rod level. I always wanted to build them to a hot rod level because just the kind of disrespect they get, throughout the scene, but rightfully so sometimes. Right. So yeah,
it's an incredible car. We're excited to have you guys here competing for West Coast Elegance.
We're
top
excited
5
to be
finalists.
here. Yeah, we're stoked.
It's
Can't
awesome.
believe we made it this far.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Yep. Good Guys Trendsetter Award winner. He's in the Hall of Fame at the Grand National Roadster Show. He's in the Darryl Starbird National Rod and Custom Car Hall of Fame, and a few more that I'm probably missing. This guy is Bill Ganal at South City. The main guy right back there, Joe. Joe, wave at all your fans. He's a good hugger. You want to hug him at the end of the day. He's a good hugger. Yeah, South City Rod and Custom. You got Bryn Williams here, the owner. You're from San Lorenzo, California? You got it. I got it. 55 Nomad. So talk about this thing. I talked to Bill when I seen this thing going together online. I go, they are absolutely out of their minds putting Riviera parts on a Nomad, because you can screw up a Tri-5, right? But you guys pulled it off, man. Was that your idea or the guys at South City?
That was my idea.
What did Bill say that day when you walked in and said that?
Like he always says, let's say something, he'll say, we'll try it, we'll see.
So what was the thought process when you say, we're going to throw some Rivy stuff at this? At first, when you mocked the bumpers on, I didn't know you were going to do the nose and stretch all that out. So you pulled it off. It really works good.
To be honest, I wasn't confused about putting them on here, but if Bryn wanted them, and so we saw it as a challenge, and we just basically made the entire front of the car, incorporated the bumpers in. I mean, the bumpers are based on Riviera bumper, but they're cut less, like nice, narrow, the angles changed, everything, and then we fabricated the whole bumper apron top and bottom to make it look natural.
You definitely have some metal wizards there at South City.
A few. I don't know about wizards, but they're good. Yeah.
What's the chassis underneath this thing?
It's got a Roadster shop chassis. It's an independent rear end, and Bryn, in fact, when he brought us the project, his real goal with this was to take it on the road course, Infineon Rub in the Bay Area, Sears Point.
You know we run an autocross over here. I've not seen it on yet.
No, I don't do things with concrete walls.
That's a good reason right there.
Nor does he do it until we're done showing it, and then maybe we'll set him loose.
Do they race horses here? Do they show these horses before they race? They just race them right from the start. So I don't know if you should change that thought process.
Well, I don't know. I don't get to drive until he's done.
So did you pick the colors, the interior, or do you just trust the builder that he's got a certain interior guys that he deals with for a certain style of the builds, or what was the process there?
Well, for almost 40 years, it was going to be an upgraded red and green. Like the original 6 months ago, I said, you consider something different, like baby dark blue. I had a dark blue car, but it took him 3 or 4 months to talk me into doing. I'm glad I did. It looked really nice to me.
Anything else you need to add?
Just that this project has been a blast. I mean, to build a car this nice to compete with this quality of cars to be in the top 5. It's a win already in our book. And then also on top of it, work, build this thing, put all this time into it, and to know that Bryn's going to go take this and race it afterwards, it's what it's all about.
Yeah, you guys kind of prove everything you guys do. You do road tours and stuff, kind of known for hot rod guys. You've won 2 Hot Rod of the Years, and you're starting to do late models, Mopars, and muscle cars and stuff. And I'm a Tri-5 guy, and I love customs, so this is a beautiful mix, so congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Always glad to be here. This is also, I just want to say, we go to a lot of Goodguys shows. Del Mar is by far the best. The grounds, the people, everything. It's just an awesome show.
You're a NorCal guy, but you said this is your first time coming to Del Mar also, right? Is that right, or you were lying to me?
I've been to Del Mar many times to bet on horses.
Like I say, we go to Columbus, we do street rod, we do street machines. You judge street rods against street rods and street machines coming up we do Hot Rod of the Year coming up in Nashville, and it's hot rods. This is everything.
Well, sorry for the redundancy, but Tri-5 Chevy, a traditional hot rod, a Studebaker import, the traditional 37 street rod, a little bit of everything, right? With that said, here we go.
Are you calling it out?
I might as well.
Who we have here from Meguiar's?
Hey guys, my name is Justin, representing Meguiar's here. First of all, everyone always says this, but really, all of you that are finalists, there's a reason. So be proud of yourselves regardless. Can we give a round of applause for everyone here, owners, builders, everyone back at the shop.
We're in California, so it's kind of like being just nominated for an Academy Award, right?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. I just didn't know if I was legally allowed to say Academy Awards, but let's get right to it, all right?
Drum roll.
All right, and the winner of the Goodguys 2026 Meguiar's West Coast de Elegance, Dennis Troggio.
65 Volkswagen Carmaghia, and Slaughter winner. It is undefeated so far this show season. It is just West Coast d'Elegance now, Axel.
Congratulations. That's right, West Coast de Elegance. Folks, congratulations to the top 5. Congratulations to the winner of this beautiful Carmaghia. Stick around, we're gonna 25th Meguiar's Del Mar Nationals presented by Phytech Fuel Injection. God bless, please drive safe.